Hi everyone, Kelt here. A really big thank you to Maureen. I really appreciate you. And also thanks to Christina, Kim and Christine. Thank you. Catherine rises above Meghan Markle's obsessions. Meghan's obsessive behaviour regarding Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, has existed for years before she even met Harry. Catherine has allegedly hit back recently by saying she hates the comparisons the media make between the two. So, instead of side-by-side comparisons, let's briefly look at Meghan's alleged obsession with Catherine, and then look at how Catherine has been handling that. Most children imagine at some point in their childhood of being a princess and marrying a prince. Meghan was a little different in that she appeared to be obsessed with the idea, and it carried through into her adult life. I mentioned in an older video about how she researched Princess Diana, copied her clothes, expressions and poses, even to the point of wearing Diana's favourite perfume on her first date with Harry. If anyone knows which of my videos that is, please let me know so I can link it here. She was alleged to have been interested in Prince William from a young age, although as an adult she carried around a ginger-haired Harry look-alike doll on set and elsewhere, and there's a link to that video in the description. It is said that this was once she knew William was taken and she had to set her sights on Harry. As she climbed the social ladder, she made sure to mix in the right social circles. She jetted back and forth from the UK and made several connections. Importantly and unnervingly, she attempted to connect with Prince William's circle of friends and became friends with a good friend of Prince William, who attended the same university. I'm sure William would have been warned by his close circle of friends that Meghan was allegedly obsessed with him. It's concerning that she even got into the Wimbledon set and subsequently was made to move from her seat in the VIP box, where there were friends of both William and Harry. Remember, she also was removed from a polo match before she was even dating Harry. It was Prince William who had her removed. She was there with her friend Marcus Anderson at the time. It is alleged that her facial enhancements have been to look like Catherine, also her hair. It was said that Meghan was told she resembled Pippa Middleton, Catherine's sister, and so became obsessed with changing her looks accordingly. The fact that Meghan said she didn't know anything about the royal family is laughable when you realise just how obsessed she was. She had many books on Diana and knew everything there is to know about her. She was also obsessed in the same way with Catherine, and, while in awe of her, wanted to take her place. The way she talked during an earlier interview about having to choose Harry over William because William was already taken, followed by almost complaining that all the talk was about Catherine and her forthcoming wedding, sounds like a very jealous rival, which is ridiculous if you think about the fact that Catherine was Prince William's fiancée and Meghan was an unknown American actress on a different continent. But then it wasn't that ridiculous, was it? She actually pursued her obsession and ended up standing side by side on the world stage with the woman she obsessed over, and yet by now despised, once she knew she could never take her place. Obsession was replaced with jealousy and hatred. The cruel and underhand things she has put out as a royal source, a friend or an unknown palace source, aimed at trying to destroy Catherine's reputation allegedly, have been futile because most of us can see who is genuine and who is jealous and cruel. There are no comparisons between Catherine and Meghan. I hate reading them, and I think the papers should stop these trivialities like who copied whose outfit, hairstyle, colour, etc. It's ridiculous. There are only several choices in the colour spectrum, so by saying one is copying the other by wearing blue or green is laughable. Catherine's recent Zoom call to the children at the Oak National Academy in Liverpool was heartwarming. She was asking the children different ways they thought one could show kindness. This seems to have been Meghan's favourite word, showing kindness. Poor Catherine has had to endure Meghan's fans accusing her of the opposite of kindness. She has such grace and dignity to rise above the terrible comments aimed at her. She has truly become the nation's Princess of Hearts, which was Diana's title. No one is perfect and no person should be idolised, but Catherine is by far a much better role model for children and especially young girls. Latest news on William and Catherine is that they are keen to get out and meet and shake hands with the public again, in the same way that Princess Diana shook hands with AIDS patients to show that it's okay. This will make a massive difference in the wake of the virus and the lockdown. As far as her sister-in-law goes, Catherine has tried the understanding and helpful approach. She did everything she could to try and teach Meghan the ropes, and it didn't work. She tried the cool approach, where she wasn't giving Meghan the attention when Meghan was playing up and rebelling against the monarchy. And then she tried the ignoring of Meghan's shenanigans, and that didn't work either. So now that she is suing Tatler magazine, hopefully this will show Meghan that she could take her to court if it ever became necessary. I think Meghan thought she could just walk all over Catherine and it wouldn't matter, that she would never do anything. It has been said that suing is the only way for Catherine to go, because it will lead back to Meghan and so expose the source. Look out for more in the way of Catherine and William taking legal action. I think there will be more. The latest news coming in is that Meghan and Harry state they will not be using the royal family's lawyers, as they want to make their own pathway in life. Meghan also says she will never rejoin the royal family. So how about Harry? Does that apply to him as well? Because we've heard that Harry is desperate to come back, even though he's besotted with Meghan. And why now does she say such a final statement? Is it because she's on the up again in her mind and she really believes she will be a major figurehead in the USA and ultimately the world as a spokesperson for the BLM movement and other causes? The actor Lawrence Fox said that Meghan may have left the UK because she was denied the limelight. With so many public figures coming out critically at Meghan, a normal person would question why everyone was doing that and take a good look at themselves to see what they could change about themselves. She seems unable to do this. I think the interesting thing is that they are declaring publicly that they are now using different lawyers. This is Harry and Meghan. Why is this? Is this a veiled threat to the royal family on Meghan's part that she might sue them? Or to be more precise, Catherine? Why make it public? Why not just change lawyers? Why does this have to be in the headlines? I think there is more to this. Meghan is on a roll with the race issue and would probably think that suing the royal family for racism would be good to have on her new CV, now that she's planning on leading the way for the black movement and going into politics. I really think that if Brad Pitt had responded to Meghan's desperate attempts to get him to give her a part in a movie, she wouldn't be as bothered with the cause she is focusing on now. She would be just too busy becoming a star. So I think all the rejections in Hollywood have driven her to this point where she thinks, this is an opening. This is where I'm meant to be. She's recently told the media that she was meant to be helping this cause and that her urgency to leave the UK was because this was meant to be. It was fate, she said. Almost as if, in her thinking, she is some sort of messiah for the USA and the world and for the BLM movement. If she had got a good part in a film, she would not be fighting this cause. She would be telling the media, I was really meant to leave the UK because it was fate that I star in this movie and make all this money so that I can change the world with my bigger platform in Hollywood, blah-de-blah. Another reason for the lawyer's change could be because Catherine might be taking Meghan to court and Meghan would know that she could not have the same lawyers due to a conflict of interest. That is one possible reason. What do you think? Do you think that's possible? Catherine is fighting back now, and I believe that if her children were at risk in any way from Meghan's smear campaigns, Prince William would not hold back on taking Meghan to court. In fact, I would be very surprised if this didn't happen. Meghan never stops, has no boundaries, and it seems the only way to stop her is to do a preemptive. Now, the Express newspaper, which has of late been seemingly pro Meghan and Harry, is saying that Harry broke an unwritten royal code by leaving his brother to shoulder the burden when he took off to fulfill his desires instead of standing with his brother, which all royalty have done. Even Princess Margaret supported her older sister. It's being said that when Meghan eventually dumps Harry, and we know it will be that way around, if it happens, it won't be him dumping her, as it is now said that he is still besotted with her. He will be absolutely lost. He will have little choice but to come back to the UK, which it's said he wants to do, but obviously he's going to be very, very torn, unless he finds himself a rich Hollywood actress who won't mind supporting him. But if he's that besotted, allegedly, with Meghan, then he would be unlikely to be able to have a relationship with anybody. It's also said that Harry is terrified that Meghan will leave him. Of course he is. It would be like his mother leaving him all over again, wouldn't it? Meghan made sure of that. Looking back at how Harry was so indifferent towards Meghan, and now he appears to be so totally under her spell, even after 2 years of what was obviously a very rocky marriage, and still is, even after all she has said and done to his friends and family, what a psychoanalyst's dream case study this has become. I think it's only a matter of time before the Cambridges put Meghan in her place. So many of you wrote saying that Her Majesty the Queen will not do anything until the 12 months is up. I agree. I think that also applies to Prince William and Catherine. I would think that they are chomping at the bit and would love to give the media free rein to print all the things that Meghan has done against them and others. Will things change dramatically after the 12 months, especially now that Meghan has slammed that door to the royal family shut for good for herself? Will the Cambridges take a firmer stance with Meghan? Will lawyers be involved? What do you think? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Ding my bell for more alerts for more videos. Like if you liked the video, and share. Thank you. Bye.